So can you send your location? So glad to have you guys. Bayelsa. Woo! Oh, okay. I'm adding 1 and 2 together now. Afolabi Mufeluwa Bayelsa. Port Harcourt. Okay. All right. I am in Lagos. So whilst we wait for others.
Okay.
Okay. Bayelsa, Port Harcourt. How about others? Where are you guys taking the class from? 1 second, please. Okay, once it's 4:05 or 4:03, we'll just start the class. I'm hoping that we'll just spend about maximum of 2 hours. Okay, so if you have any questions, please just start sending the questions in so I can address them on time. So yeah, welcome. Let's wait 2 more minutes before we start. Let's just wait 2 more minutes. But Penny, in that time, let me know where you're calling from. So welcome.
Okay.
Let me stop my music. So let's start. Why did I decide to take this class? Actually, is because I've been getting lots and lots of calls from people, my students and a couple of friends, telling me how the effects of the COVID has really affected them and you don't even know where to start from and all that. And I can relate because I'm also in your shoes. I also have a fashion brand and I know how difficult it is. But one thing that just made me not to really let it get to me was because I decided to act fast. So even when the COVID started, I made some decisions. I just tried. I'm never scared to try things. So I just thought, let me try something. And the result came out pretty well. So I wasn't afraid anymore to keep trying. So I think the issue is we are afraid to start trying. So, but let's just move to the slides. I have to create the slides so I don't lose my line of thoughts. Okay, so who is this for? Mainly for fashion entrepreneurs, like fashion designers. I'm so passionate about you guys because I understand my struggle when I started out. I wish I had someone that could pull me through. I had just I think it was only Maya Tafu that was ready, and he just had this fashion conversations with Mai once in a while, and I normally attend. But besides him, nah, there was nobody. I think there was nobody. And then I met one other person. I won't mention her name. She ran out after some time. Yes. So who is this for? It is mainly for fashion entrepreneurs. So please do not take this for granted. Do not take it for granted. But I just felt people really need to be encouraged this season because I realized when those people call me and then I just share something to them, they are fine and they are back to their normal self. So I felt let me try and reach out to more people. So that's why I decided to take this webinar. So it's mainly for fashion entrepreneurs. If your business has been affected this period, of course, our business has been affected this period. If you are not certain on what strategies are best for you this period, then yes, you're in the right place. Your time won't be wasted. If you're not clear on the next step to take, yes, you're in the right place. Okay, and then if you're not clear on how to move on, like what next, what do I do, even we've not resumed actually. We've been working from home and I've been thinking, okay, I wanted to resume tomorrow. If I already told my staff I will be resuming tomorrow, but looking at the COVID reports that came out yesterday, it wasn't, it was really scary, you know. So I'm still thinking. So after this webinar, I'll just think about it and then probably I'll get clarity by then. If possible, stop them from opening tomorrow, you know. So I know you're afraid if you open your business, who would come in, who would buy clothes and all that. All those things, believe me, we'll trash them out here today. Okay, so moving on swiftly so we don't waste so much time. Let me tell you a little about me. Okay, so my name is Yetunde Akonde. Um, I'm a fashion entrepreneur. Normally, I would say I'm a fashion designer, but no, I'm not just a fashion designer anymore. I'm a fashion entrepreneur and also a fashion designer. So I started out pretty early as an undergraduate in Bowen University. I think that was around 2007 was when I learned how to sew. And a bit of you, I'm sure a couple of you know my story. I've always shared it. And this year will be my 12th year in the fashion business. I never stopped. I only had the opportunity to serve in a bank. I served the Access Bank. And even while serving, I was still running my business. I had a space I was using back then. And I got retained the Access Bank, but I had to quit. I could not even cope. I left at their training school. I could not even stand it. So I don't know if it was passion that made me into this business or it was just God that said, okay, this is what you would do. So that's my story. I never worked with anybody. So it's been me and my business. So you can tell that I know what I'm saying. For me to have done that over the years, no other source of income. This is my major source of income. I mean, the experience is what you can also learn from this season. Okay, so my brand name is Yetro's Lane, known for versatile, ready-to-wear pieces, and I've showcased locally. Yetro's Lane is also an award-winning brand. We've won, in fact, a couple of awards. Yeah, you can always check my bio on my Instagram page to read more about my achievements. We showcased locally and also internationally. I can remember last year we showcased at the Accra at the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week in Accra, Ghana, and one other show in Accra, Ghana last year. And just this year, we launched a premium line called Yetunde at the Emerge New York Fashion Week in New York. So yes, you agree with me that I am the right person for this, okay? And my passion did not just stop at designing, obviously not. I now realize that my passion for fellow fashion designers grew really stronger and stronger because I'm quite of a passionate person. I I mean, I sometimes I allow my emotions get to me, you know, and you know, so I just most times I have people, in fact, some people I looked up to, people that have done the business even longer than I have been in the business, come to me for advice. So it means that there is something I'm doing right that they really want to learn from, you know, and I give them those advices. Some might have been struggling for years and they just ask me one simple question. I give them the answer and then they keep telling me, oh, thank you so much, blah, 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 blah. And I keep wondering, what have I done? It's just what I know. I mean, what you don't know, you do not know. So that was what made me, so I realized I needed to reach out to more people because I realized most people need help. And you agree with me that it's very difficult for you to get a fellow fashion designer that will tell you the secrets to our business. It is very tough. They never tell you everything. So I thought I should change the narrative. I mean, the sky is big enough for big enough for all of us to fly. And so I launched my fashion academy last year so that it would be a proper academy and people can come in for consultation. It won't just be like an advice thing. I needed to move out so I can reach more people. So for me, it's not about the profit for now. Believe me, I don't think I can even charge what I've invested. I've invested so much in my business, in my brand, in my personal development. I cannot even count how much I've spent trying to gain knowledge from others. And you know, the struggle is that you don't find someone in the fashion business to teach you. So you learn with other entrepreneurs and then they don't use the fashion design business as a case study. So I thought, let me just have a niche for myself and make sure whatever I teach, other fashion designers can relate to it, which is a struggle. You pay so much for a course and they're just telling you theories and you find it difficult trying to bring it down to your own kind of business, you know, trying to make it work for you. So that is the niche I'm trying to fill and the need I'm trying to fill. So that's why the academy is there for fellow fashion entrepreneurs to open up. And also, recently, I thought of the inner circle thing, which, so I have a lot of people like during this COVID season, I gave out some free courses. I got lots of people, reach out to me for mentorship and all that. The truth of the matter is I am a very busy person. I am very, very busy. I'm a mother of two. I have a 2-year-old, and sometimes it's quite a struggle, trying to manage everything. Like I do too many things at the same time. And I thought of it that no, I don't think I want to do this. But the call was just so strong, and I had people pestering me. So I decided to form something called the Inner Circle, which is just strictly for people that really want to learn. So, you take some courses, you have lots of questions, you don't know who to ask. You can't just come into people's DM and ask them questions. They won't want to share their secrets with you. Sometimes you want agents, you don't know where to get the best agent. You want to buy something, there are opportunities, fashion opportunities. There are grants and loans. You don't know how best, nobody to advise you. That's why the Inner Circle is there. And so that's the latest thing I've done. Aside just training, and also we train people how to cut and sew from scratch. I'm also thinking of ways I can also, so for people that maybe are not good at some certain designs, I can always do some short courses, and then you just come for a day or two, learn how to do corsets, learn how to make skirts, learn how to do this and that. So that is my plan for the Fashion Academy. And I believe that God will give me the grace. So that is it about me for now. So let's move on to the main reason why we are here. Let's get to work. So get your pen and your papers. Start writing out. In fact, start typing your questions if possible, so you don't forget, and then because of time. Okay. So let's get to work. Let's get to work. Let me know if you are hearing me, if you're enjoying it already. Please send in your chat. I don't just want to do the talking, although now I can't allow you guys to speak because it's not a one-on-one thing. So I will just do the teaching. But please, the chat box is open. Just send in your messages however you feel. Just type it in. If you need clarity on anything, just type it in. That's why we are here. Okay. So this is like this is like a general inner circle thing. So use this opportunity to ask me all the questions you want to ask me now, as long as it's related to the topic we are trying to deal with. Okay, so in this class, the things I'll be addressing, don't worry, I'm not here to tell you theories and tell you things, COVID is this, I'm not here to tell you all those industrial jargons or whatever it is. I'm not here to say that. Okay, I'm here to let you know the practical things, steps we can do to move on this season, things you can relate with. I'm going to be using example stories that are happening now, things you can easily relate to, because I want to believe that most people that are watching this are mainly startups, okay, because they are the ones that actually reach out for help. The ones that are struggling, that are already, they're already doing fine, don't want to come, they feel, oh, they are stooping so low to come down. But the truth of the matter is, you have to unlearn so many things and learn the right way. No knowledge is lost. Anybody can actually advise you once they know what they're saying. Okay, so I'll be addressing the effects of COVID on our businesses, customer behavior this period. Trust me, you know me, I've been selling on my Instagram page. I've seen where. Okay, so client engagement as well. That's how we can relate to them this period, how we can keep them to remember us all the time. Diversification as a fashion designer, as a fashion brand. Staff retention. I'm sure a lot of us have questions about staff, especially people that have stores and they already have a number of people working for them. Stocking of items for people that do ready to wear, will be dealing with that. Sales and deals, we'll be talking about that. So everybody's doing sales now. You better be careful before you enter one chance. So I'll be sharing with you what are some things you need to look out for before you decide on doing it. And even if you do it, what you need to consider. Then collection, I've had questions like, in fact, a particular lady told me that one of the webinars she attended, another designer was saying this is not the best time to design new collection, that people won't buy, blah, blah, blah. And I feel, no, it's not going to be, that is not the right way, So I have answers to that. I'll be talking more about that. If I don't talk about it, someone should please remind me, all right, so I can go back to it. So cash flow as well. This is where we need to protect our cash. How do you do that as a startup, as a fashion designer? Where is the cash in the first place? But believe me, we have money tied down in so many places. Marketing as well, we'll be talking about that. So I have a question here. Let me just take this before we move on. I already signed up for the inner circle, but to make payment because I don't have 25K to go. Would like to know if I can pay 15K today. Of course, if you check the frequently asked questions, is there that you can pay in installments. It's there, you can pay in installments. So you can reach out to me. Oduneye, please send your Instagram handle right now so I can I can follow up with you. You can, people have been paying instrumentally, although I'm also thinking I have just 5 slots left. I don't want to have too many people because it's going to be a lot of work for me. I don't have that time, sincerely, but I just want to do this. Okay. So the first set of people will be very lucky because I might end up not doing it again. But okay, G Scooter, I know that name. All right, I'll reach out to you, okay? I'll reach out to you. So let's move on because of our time. Yeah, I don't want to take too much of our time. 2 hours maximum to take your questions and to solve all this. So effect of COVID on the fashion business. Let me share some news here, okay? But this is not why we're here, don't worry. So the fashion industry, which was generating $2.5 trillion in global annual revenues before the pandemic, it will be open because consumers' appetite for designer clothes returns when lockdown restriction eases. It is one thing I want you to realize is you are not alone. Remember that. You are not in this alone. This is a time when you be thinking, oh, others are selling. How can I do it? Please, this is not the time to, even the government don't know what next. They don't even know what to do. Nobody has ever experienced this before. Even I that I'm sharing this with you, I've not experienced it before. I'm only sharing with you tips I think might work out fine. I mean, just my own common knowledge. That is what I'm sharing with you. Okay, so many shows. For example, now, September's Fashion Week will go ahead in London, Paris, New York. We are not sure it's going to go ahead because all the fashion shows, I mean, who is going out? Let's even come down to our Niger level. Who is attending parties? Ashwebi's, if you're into bespoke, which Ashwebi are you sewing now? Although some people are still sewing, like I already have some ashwebis I have to sew. We are just open, nobody knows tomorrow. Some people are spending wisely, clothing will be the least on their minds, you know. So we know that, yes, this has a really great effect on the fashion business. It is a known fact. But what can you do at this point? How can you move on? Enough of the self-pity. You are not alone. So many people have lost their jobs. You even have your own job. You can cut, you can sew. You should be grateful. And people always wear clothes. Yes, they will always wear clothes. But I mean, where are they wearing the clothes to? But believe me, people are still buying. And that's where we'll be talking about the diversification. As a fashion designer, as a creative person, you have to follow the trend. You have to think of what you can do at this moment to make sure you are doing something and you're making the brand still relevant, except it's something you don't want to do anymore. You have a choice. Like for me, I don't have a choice. This is my line of business. This is what I've been doing for the past 12 years, and I can't stop. I have to think of ways to make it happen. So that's what we'll be sharing here, okay? But please, you are not alone in this, all right? You are not alone, okay? That's one thing I want you to understand. So let's move on. I can hear some people's. Let me mute you all. Okay. So let's start with the customer behavior. That's the first one I'll be treating. So let me give an example of when this whole thing started, and I decided to. So I wasn't sure if people were going to buy clothes, and I had plans to actually do Easter sales. But Easter sales just to clear out some of my old stock. That was my plan. In fact, myself and my mentor actually discussed it because one of the things I'll be talking more about that is that I have too many clothes on the rack. My stock is tied down. That's my money on the rack. So for people that are thinking that, oh, when you have so many clothes on the rack, that is achievement. No, it's not wise because you have your money tied down. So take, for example, what happens to all the clothes on the rack right now? They are just there. Nobody's buying them. Nobody's wearing them. And we end up selling them at. So cash flow is very important. We'll be coming back to that. So consumer behavior at this point in time. So I can remember I decided, okay, let me just try it. Highest that will happen is nobody's going to buy, which is fine. If they don't buy, I'll move on to something else. So never be scared of trying things. So I did that, and people, I was surprised at the rate of, and that was the second week, I think. It was still fresh. Lockdown was still fresh. I can remember reaching out to some people if they will buy. I got responses like, no, I'm only buying essentials at the moment. I'm not interested in clothes for now. I got lots of feedbacks, but people still bought. Even though I felt like it would be insensitive to sell at that period when people are not even sure, and then the whole pandemic, people are dying all over the world and so many other things. I felt like, is it not looking somewhere like maybe I'm only after money? But no, that is my only source of income. And I realized people actually need these things. People actually want these things. Some people buy these things just to make themselves feel good. And I can remember even myself, that was when, because of the lockdown, I now realized that I did not even have shoes anymore, flats. I didn't have flat shoes anymore. They were old and all looking rough. And I thought, where can I buy this? And I put it up on my page, please. Can you refer someone that sells shoes to me? And they referred, and I bought. So I'm sure there are other people like me that need something at that point. So I just decided I would do this. And I decided to do the sale, and believe me, we sold. Then I moved on to, now where am I going to? The people that bought those sale items they're actually my customers, people that have been buying from me before. So the trust is already there, and that was why they bought it. And I gave them a very good deal. I made up different items, and I put a very good deal that they would not resist. But you know why I did that deal? I would never do anything, any sale, without a strategy, without a plan in mind. The only reason why I did that was that so that, in fact, believe me, those clothes, I did not have those clothes on my rack. Are you there? I did not have any of those clothes on my rack. Yes. So I can go on. I don't want you to miss. Okay, I want to believe you can hear me. Okay, so there were people that have been buying for me. So the trust is already there, and I gave them deals. So I then decided when the government now decided that we can start making face masks with Ankara fabrics. My aim for doing that, because the cost of making it, the cost of selling it, I mean, the price in which you were supposed to sell it, 500 naira, 400 naira, 300 naira, I looked at my production, my running costs, and I knew that I wouldn't be making anything from this if I should sell it at the same price, but it is an essential. And I just got this feeling like, you know what, this is a time where you need to do something for your country. And so I decided that I wanted to, are you all there? So I decided that I was going to give out 1,000 free face masks to people that can afford it at that point, people that were still market women, security guys. That was my plan. So I had a plan in mind before doing that. Do you understand? I had a plan. So that's why I always say that whatever you do, make sure you have a plan, a strategy in mind. So with that in mind, I already knew that no way, I know I'm not making anything from this thing. Let me just do it and give it out. And so I thought of my customers that would want for their and because we heard that the lockdown will soon be called off, and we had people that wanted to resume work and they needed it. So I said, okay, let's try and make this thing available to people as fast as possible. If you need it, please contact me, and would give it to you at a discount. So we give them the price in which they can the items. Okay. So, but guess what? I got frustrated. Please, you might have to help yourself and come to me, guys. Okay, I think I've done that successfully. Okay, so I got frustrated. You know why?
Oh, me too.
People were not being nice. People were, the fact that, you know, the times we are now, people are not even sure of their income anymore. Some people had lost their job, but they had to buy. So I got lots of, when am I going to get my order? And what colors do you have? People were very cranky. And that is our customers. They were, so for anybody that pays you any money, in fact, at some point, I refunded 400 naira. I refunded 1,000 naira. I refunded lots of people. Why? Because they were not just ready to listen. Why? Because they need it and they need it fast. Few people were doing it. It was not really, really available then. So, but one thing I got out of it is that at this point in time, anybody that gives you money for a product deserves like the best, wants the best, doesn't even have time for back and forth, because it took them, you know, the way everybody is now, even you, before you buy anything, you have to think twice now. So that is the impression I got. And I felt like, oh boy, people are not laughing anymore. People are not smiling. For every money they give to you, you have to deliver, whether you like it or not. And because of this period, you have to be careful for customer service and all that has to be firm. So you have to go out of your way. We went out of our way for so many people. Some were saying the elastic is this, we got lots of issues. It is normal. It is bound to happen. But what do you do? What are the measures you are taking? You are putting in place to be able to curb that, because it's going to happen. In fact, we are currently doing a sale at Yetro's Lane right now. I know the issues we're already getting. That's because for me to decide I want to buy from you this period means that I trust your brand to an extent and I trust you to deliver. So customer service, it is what you have to really, really put in place. You have to understand that people are not joking with their money. That's the long and short of it. So if you collect that money, you have to deliver. Whether you make profit or not, it is none of their business. Whether you are doing sale out of pity or it is not their business. That's what you said you would charge, and that's what you have to deliver. So this is not a case where it will be what I ordered versus what I got. Fine, it happens with our nature of work. It is even happening to me right now. But how do you fix such issues? You fix it fast, fast, fast. So trust is what really matters. For example, a lady actually ordered for shorts, size 14 shorts. We mistakenly gave her size 12. We mistakenly gave her size 12. She was almost, we just told her, no, don't worry, ma'am. We'll definitely deliver the size 14 to you. Now, who bears the delivery cost and all those things? Of course, who would have to bear it? But most people don't realize that. Most startups don't realize the sacrifices you have to make. How much did I sell the short? I sold it for 3.5. Delivery is already like 2K. What's the profit there? So that's the customer behavior now. Any small thing, they will bring it up like it's a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal because I paid you for something and you have to deliver. Then you have to communicate fast and fix all issues fast. All right, those are the things you can do this period. You have to fix all issues fast. Now, logistics is another crazy one. Even when you are not disappointing, they are the ones disappointing on your behalf. Customers are already insulting you because they've not gotten their items. Maybe they need to travel and all that. You have to be able to fix all that. All right, you have to be able to fix all that. Client engagement. Your store has been closed, for example. Your store has been closed. Your customers don't know. They don't even know if you've opened or when you plan to open or if you're not reopening. You have to be able to reach out to them. Beginning of this COVID period, I reached out. I sent SMS, bulk SMS to my customers, telling them, oh, we are closed. I reached out to them at some point. Now we want to resume. I want to reach out to them. You know, you're having sales, you reach out to them. How are you engaging your customers? Fine, if you can't afford the SMS, broadcast bulk SMS. Emails, I know that we have mailing lists. I know we don't have that. Most of us are guilty of that, even me. It's just my academy. I have a proper mailing, a list of people that are subscribed to my list. But for my customers, I don't have their email details. I just want to start getting it. Broadcast list is equally there. That won't cost you anything. It will only cost you your data. Create a broadcast list for them, not group now. I'm not saying group. A broadcast list, reach out to them once in a while. Let them understand that, okay, you're still there for them. If possible, send them individual messages. It's not possible for me anymore, except for my HNI clients. Like sending them one message. No, it's not possible. So I have to do a bulk SMS or broadcast list, different broadcast lists. So these are the things you can do to engage them. You can't just spring up from nowhere and just think that, oh, they'll start patronizing you. You that you have been quiet since the beginning of this COVID, how will they remember you? We are still going to that in marketing. Okay, so this is the time when you have to put the hard work. You have to do the hard work. It's not easy. The only reason why people are buying from me now is because I've made them believe in my brand. I've made them trust my brand. Do you understand? They already know that, okay, this lady, she's real. She's not running anywhere. She's a hard worker. You understand? So that is the same thing you need to do. So let's move on. Diversification. Fellow fashion entrepreneurs, this is the time when you need to diversify. You have to be flexible. You have to be flexible. Now, I can remember when this whole COVID thing started, a friend of mine, she's also a fashion designer, reached out to me that, oh, babe, let's start doing the face mask thing, blah, blah, blah. I said, okay. Although the deals were not so cool and all that, I was open to it, funny enough, because the machines are just there, they are not doing anything. In fact, I got a message yesterday, oh, I can't do the face mask. Because why would we do that? It is a need now. We have to follow the trend. It is what is reigning now. I said I wasn't going to use it to make profit on my page because it was very frustrating selling at that point. But it was because, as at that time, people wanted it. So the demand was more than the supply at that point. So I know if I'm doing it now, I had to add something extra to it so I can sell it at a favorable amount for me. You understand? So this is the time when you need to be flexible. And I was telling her then that, babe, why don't you put it up on your page? And guess what my friend said? She said, no, my brand, I don't think I want to put such there. And, I just said, if you don't put it up there, nobody would know that you are doing it. Guess what? She put it up on her page and now she has gotten multiple contracts, lots of contracts. She's doing it full time. In fact, I got some jobs that I said, okay, when I get jobs, I'll just transfer to her. She's doing it full time. If she did not put it there, if she did not announce herself, nobody will patronize her. And you can't say, in fact, just yesterday, I got a message, I put it up on my page when Office Master started, whoever wants to partner with me should let me know. And a couple of fashion designers reached out. So there was like, if I look at the message sent to me yesterday night, I got it yesterday night. I was shocked. I just said I'll mention it in my message, in my class today. She was like, words are not enough to express how grateful I am for your support all this while, especially at the cost of this pandemic. You didn't just put food on my table, but also for my family and friends. God bless you richly, ma. You still remain the best boss, whatever. You know what she did? She only had one machine. She doesn't even have a store yet. And she decided she wanted to do the face mask. She made lots of money. Lots and lots of money from that face mask. Even the ones I did, the ones people bought, my turnover was high. The money people paid when I calculated it on face mask alone, I was like, I wish I made profit on this thing. Oh. So, and another lady that attended one of my classes also said the same thing, that immediately I put that thing up that, oh, I wanted to share to people. She also did some and gave it to our estate security. And they put it up on the WhatsApp group in of our estate. And people started ordering from her. And that she has made money from it. Even till now, I will not go to the street and go and buy the ones on the street. I will still go to a trusted brand. In fact, a particular customer of mine that bought during the sale, Easter sale, was asking me if I can make face masks for her in those fabrics. So I'm still coming back to do the face mask. You have to diversify. You have to follow the trend. Let me not talk about the people that are doing bespoke and But bespoke is if they have to bring it cut and sew. Your customers will bring in fabrics, so that's for those that do ashwebis. Who is bringing fabrics now? Nobody is bringing in fabrics. Yeah, fine, we understand that. How about you start looking into ready to wear? Because people don't even want to go to stores to start taking measurements and all. They just want to wear what they have. People are buying clothes they can wear to their offices for now. Nobody is buying maybe church clothes. Nobody is buying. They can buy for maybe next. People are buying now because they believe that, okay, from next year, nobody is traveling for summer this year anymore. But they believe from next year, they don't have to shop next year. So they are buying all they can now because everybody is doing sale. People are trying to make their money back. For example, Gap and H&M, for example, have been offering mid-season sales, while Uniqlo is promoting discounted comfort wear items, that people can wear when they're at home. If you've been following my Yetro's Lane page, you'll notice that at some point I was selling homewares. Believe me, those homewares sold. They sold. And I'll be sharing with you, believe that I did not spend a dime stocking those homewares. And this is what my inner circle people will be getting. You have to be smart now. You have to be a business person. You have to seek for knowledge at this point. How did I do it? You have to think smart. I did not spend a dime stocking those things. All I did was partner. I only partnered and I made money from it. Something that I did not have to sew. All I did was just sell to people. And why did I sell it? Because it was the need at that point. People were beginning to realize, oh, they don't have clothes to wear in the house. A lot of people will adopt working from home. They will adopt it. Companies have not resumed yet, not all. Do you understand? So people are working from home. And nobody ever goes to a store to go and buy homewares. Even though me, from time, I've always loved all those kind of things, wear tops and shorts in the house. I have lots of those kind of homeware clothes, maybe because of the nature of my job, So I have loads of them. But people were interested in buying. Now, yes, fine, you make couture dresses, you make ashwebis. How about you start thinking of making things that are affordable that people can buy and wear in the house now? You think they won't buy? They are not buying because they don't know you have. The moment you show them that you have, they will buy. In fact, this COVID period, I got more new customers, lots of new customers this COVID season. People that have not bought from me before were buying. Why? Because I followed the trend. This is a season when you have to follow the trend. You have to. Okay, please let me know if I'm making sense or I'm just speaking nonsense so that I can know if to adjust. Let me know in the chat me up, please. Let me know. So moving on. Let me see. I thought I saw nonsense. Oh, I'm making sense. Okay. All right. So let's move on. We'll get there. So don't forget you have to diversify whatever you can do at this point. People are even buying, aside just homewares, people are buying, did you see what's her name again? Was it Jella Sego? No, I'm not sure. One of those top designers, did you see what she did with her factory? She was making the mask, all the necessary essentials needed. They would have gotten lots of contracts. She is a luxury brand, and she's doing face masks, she's doing all the protective wears and all that. Browns in London has reported a 70% increase in sales of loungewear. So who is Yetro's name that can now not diversify? What brand are we? You have to. Remember, if you have to make money, you need to satisfy a need. What is that need? What is that need at this point? Okay, what is that need? So let's move on. so that I can take your questions. We're almost spending 1 hour. Now, let's talk about staff. Start asking your questions, though. So as we are taking the topics, just start asking your questions so I can treat them. Okay, someone just sent in a question. Hi, Yetunde. I have a 9 to 5 job and I'm a fashion designer. I've made several attempts to start ready to wear my job to no avail. Please advise me on what to do, getting the manpower and how to go about it. Marian Alexandria, see, the truth of the matter is, I can advise you now, but I won't give you all you need to know right now. Okay, I won't give you all you need to know. Sometimes you have to pay for knowledge. You have to spend some money just to get the attention of people. If I'm running like early this the COVID and COVID started, I gave out free courses. You know, I wish you had attended it. I'm sure you'd have gotten your answer. But if you need me to teach you everything you need to know, some things, I would have to ask you what you're doing wrong, what you've done before and failed at. You know, so it's not something I can advise you now and it would really help you like, oh, just do this, do that, but it's not enough. I'm not here to market my courses. Like I said, this thing for me is not all about profit, but I have a course on how to start a clothing line that has everything you need to understand what you need to do the ready to wear. I've been doing it for 12 years. I understand some things are not working. I'm still going to share some with you, you know, for ready to wear designers. Okay. So, but you can send me a DM, whatever I can do, I can still try and send you some tips on what you can do if you don't have the funds to take the course now. Okay. So let me move on. Staff retention. This is a very key topic. Okay. But let me take it in this context. At this point, for those of us that have stores, let me give you an example. For example, myself, in fact, I can't have back all my tailors. You know why? If I have them back, what would they be doing? What would they be doing? No ashrebis. And as it is, I'm not even planning to sew anything and put on the rack. Rather, I'm clearing my rack. So, but what do I do now? I'll still need 1 or 2 people. So I called on 1 or 2 people that were there to do the face mask. Some said they can't do the face mask. I said, okay, no wala. The people that wanted to do the face mask were doing it. And I agreed before I pay salaries. That's what I do. But for now, I have to switch to commission because I'm a business person now. Okay, I'm a business person. So I have to switch to commission. And I've made them understand. So before the COVID period started, I called them, we had a conversation, we agreed on what we'll be doing. You know, I made them know this is the effects this thing has. Do we shut down now? When business is back to normal, we'll come back. That was the agreement. Of course, things have changed now. We've not even resumed. And I had to send them a message. Okay, I had to send them a message, you know, telling them that, oh, okay, this is the state of things. We plan to resume, but unfortunately, we don't have things you would do at the moment. Once we have enough, we'll call you to come. You have to carry them along, reach out to them. This is the time when you also need to put them into consideration. Do you understand? You have to put them into consideration. Sorry, let me take. Okay. Okay, someone also sent me a message. You like to, so we call it Miriam. Okay, you know what? Just reach out to me afterwards. Okay, reach out to me afterwards because whatever you send to me privately now, I won't be able to respond to it. Okay, so whatever you don't want me to say out, please don't send it to me here because I have to address it here. So if you have any private message, you can send a DM. Okay, you can send a DM. We'll reach out to you. That's a promise. It might not be immediate, but we'll definitely reach out to you. Okay, so you have to carry them along. So the ones that are there, I have to let them, even the commission, I would have to reduce it. So for example, those items I did on sale, I'll give you tips on what I did for my sale too. So those items I did on sale, we made some of them. Okay, we have to remake some of them for turnover sake. So I told them this is a percent, this is how much I'll be paying you for it. Normally they earn more than that. But I had to let them know, and everybody is reasonable now. They understand the state of things. So when you tell them the truth, they understand. Be realistic. Okay? Be realistic. They also understand. We've been working from home and it's been fine. So why do I even want to open the store, really? As long as you have structures and you put systems in place, things can actually go on fine. Okay, so but you need to agree on salary or commission. But my advice, this is the time when commission is just perfect. People have always asked me, I don't know what to pay my tailor, should it be salary or commission? Both are good. And like I said, I used to do salary. Now let me share a tip with you. The reason why I choose to do salary for my tailors is because I can remember my agent telling me that with salaries, your tailors are more relaxed. They have peace of mind. If only, and you can get affected, it has its own disadvantage, but I can manage my own because I put structures in place. I have systems and processes to be able to monitor them and track them. But if you don't have systems and processes in place and you're paying salary, they will rip you off. Do you understand? So, but for commission, is whatever they do, they earn. Do you understand? Is whatever they do, they earn. So, but for now, I will stick to commission. It helps because they want to do more. Okay, they want to do more, but you have to carry your staff along. You have to let them know. I teach this a lot in my structure class and my how to start a clothing line. It is very important because they are your backbone. They're also affected. Imagine them now. What are they eating? You can also be fair on them. Those that you're not getting back, send them some money. Do you understand? So let's move on. Someone is asking a question. Let me take it. Please keep sending in your questions, okay? What about your physical training? Our students back in class. They'll be back tomorrow. They'll be back tomorrow. Do you want to enroll? Because we have a new session starting tomorrow. Then another question. For the tailors on salary and didn't work in the month of April and May, do you think it's right to give them a token? Number one, it depends on your company. You should have a policy. So like I said, we had a meeting before the lockdown and we agreed that I'll pay them full for that month. That was month of, what was that month again? March. Even though we closed earlier than we still had 10 working days, I paid them their full salary. But we all agreed that I won't be paying them for subsequent months that they did not work. But out of your own kindness, you can pay them. Like I gave them a token. I gave them a token twice. And some of them still reach out to me. They needed help, blah, 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 blah. I still helped. So it depends on your agreement. It's very, very important you put things in, you already agree on things. So they don't expect what is not. Okay? They don't expect what is not. This month again, today is month end, I'll still send the ones that are not working a token from my heart. You understand? From my heart, and at least I'm still making some sales, so I can still afford to. But if you cannot afford it, it depends on you. So someone is saying, how do you handle pricing with your customers in this period? I've always told you, if you've attended any of my classes before, whether it's free or paid, pricing model is very important for you. You can see I'm having sale. I give massive discounts, massive, unrealistic, unreasonable discounts, but I did my calculations. My pricing model is there and I know my cost. Okay, so like I said, strategy. I'll be sharing with you strategy. Afolabi Mofeluwa, please, you can remind me if I forget to talk about this pricing thing and sales, what you can do, strategies. Before you do anything, you have to know the end from that beginning before you do it. Why am I doing this and what effects will it have on my business? You understand? I will share with you a tip. So Ruth, I'm coming back to your question, okay? If I don't answer it, please ask me again because it's very important we address this issue of pricing this period, okay? So it's in one of the topics we'll be taking. So the next is, yeah, so I think we are here now. We are there now. So sales and deals. Everybody is selling, doing sales. Is it right for you to do sale? It might not be right. Now, let me give you an example. I put here costing, strategy, plan, pricing. So, I was sharing with you that the homewares that I sold, I did not invest a dime into it. I only put in my own hard work and I made money. So the man, the ones he gave me some, he supplied me some, and when the old exchange rates, due to the old exchange rate, he now reached out to me that, oh, the next batch you'll be giving to me will have to be at another price. And I was like, why now? But you have these things in your store. I knew. But guess what he said? And I'm sure you also have the same questions at the back of your mind. You already have these things on your rack. Okay, you have them on your rack. The same way now, listen attentively. He has those stock already in his store. So whether he sells it at the normal, he's supposed to sell it at the normal price now. He won't have anything to lose. That's what you think. But no, you know why? If he sells at the current price, he won't have enough to buy the next batch. So he was telling me, no, that do I know the exchange rate? If he wants to buy now, he won't be able. I mean, I was still acting funny, like, but you already have it. If it's the money if it's the price you buy, you will sell. But no, that's not business. Exchange rate is a very great factor. If he does not sell, if he does not adjust his price to the price in which you'll be buying it, he will run at a huge loss. Take, for example, let me break it down for those that don't understand. I hope I try to explain it in the simplest way. So imagine I bought 100 blouses. For example, those are my body tops. I buy 100 body tops. In fact, let's say 10 body tops. And when I bought those 10 body tops, someone can do the maths. When I bought those 10 body tops, I bought them for 5,000 naira each. That's 50,000 naira. I've sold 2 out of it. I still have 8 in my store. But they are now telling me that, dollar has gone up, and if I want to buy now, by the time I convert it, one will be at the rate of 7,000 naira. So that means if I want to buy 10, another 10, I need to have 70. If I want to buy 10, I need to have 70,000. Whereas I bought 10 at 50,000 naira. So if I sell it at that price, I won't be able to afford 10 anymore now. And that's why you now come to my shop and say, oh, guy, you don't get anything for shop. Why is your stock looking scanty? You tell you, I don't have money to trade. I lost money when the dollar increased. The same way it is with the clothes you have on the rack now that you are selling anyhow. Do you know if you want to buy materials again and you go to the market, the price would have increased? Do you know your sewing machine, if you want to buy sewing machine now, the price would have increased? Are you factoring that in? Instead, you are thinking, oh, you're following everybody. Now, I said something earlier. I said, the sale I'm doing is strategic. And guess what? I don't just do things. The only reason I'm doing sale, now, let me tell you something. For those that do sales frequently, last year, you see why? That's my inner self. I tell you as it is. I'm one of the people that I don't hide any information about my business. We might be doing the same thing, but believe me, my customers they'll buy from me, they'll buy from me. As in, so you can't, if you want to take my customer, take them. They'll still come back to me for a particular reason. So I don't mind giving out my secrets and my experience. So before the last year, I did lots of sales. And you know why? You know when you do sale, it is normal, it's psychological. And my sales are real. It's not that we increase the price and say, because people have bought it before now, they know the price. Sometimes they even put it on the post. So it's not something I'll lie about. And I did lots of sale. In fact, like almost every month, I'll do sale. And this year, when I was reviewing last year, I just realized that, people wait for me to do sale before they buy. So you are changing your customer behavior. And you now know when it hit me was early this year, I designed my collection, my first collection for the year. And a couple of people guessed what they were saying when they were pricing some of the items. I'll wait for sale. Jesus, I said, oh my God. So when they tell you that Sales, 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 so much to affect your work. Be strategic about it. They are not lying because you might not see the repercussion now. You might think, oh, you're cashing out now. Hey, believe me, to affect you later. I said, this is what people want to do. I promise you, there won't be sale until October when I'm doing my anniversary. I'm not going to do any sale. And I spoke with my mentor. So I still have lots of clothes on my rack. And that's what I was telling you. You need to have a mentor in your field. I have some, but I have a mentor that is not in my field. In fact, she was a former ED of GT Bank. So she knows when it comes to pricing, costing, she's a driller. She said the first time she entered my store, she looked at me and said, hey, this girl doesn't know what she's doing. Whereas a lot of you will come and say, wow, her store is so beautiful. She has a lot of stock. It is not an achievement. It is not wise. Except you are making, in fact, you are rolling out. In fact, people buying, you have stores across the wholesalers, everything. Except those items, everything gets sold out within a month. You agree with me? Sometimes you have clothes on the rack. It's that spent over a year. Probably you designed the wrong collection and people don't like the collection. It happens. We never get to sell everything on our rack. So what happens to those items? She said, so this year when we had a meeting, I'm telling you this so that you learn from me and don't make that same mistake, please. And she said, yesterday, we have to take off all those things on your rack. I said, try. That means I have to do sale again. And these people will not trust me. You know, because I already said I'm not going to do sale. Although I didn't tell my customers I wouldn't do sales, but I decided in my mind that you beg me for sales, I'll not answer you. It's me that I said that when I'm having sales, buy my new collection. Me that have done a photo shoot, I stood morning till night doing shoots. You're not saying not give me money. You give me when I'm doing sales, I'll sell at a discount, no way. So I've been thinking of time. How will I do the same? It's not even possible. But guess what? We now had another meeting because I always have a session we had every month. And that's why my inner circle is there. You know, you need it for clarity. You need it. If you have someone that is willing, is best, you opt at it. It's not an easy thing. They spend their time, energy, you drill them, you ask them questions. It's not easy. So I drilled her. I said, how are we going to do this thing? She just said, okay, she called me. I was at the store. If you check through my page, you see one picture like that, one video. I wore a purple top. I just finished talking with my mentor in the car that day. I went to pick something from the store. And then she said, so what are we doing next? I said, I don't know. I don't know. This COVID thing has scattered all our plans and all. She said, Yetunde, this is the time to do sales. Clearance sale. I did not listen to anybody. I did not even listen to COVID. Me that have sold before the whole issue really started. They bought deals. They will buy this, and because I planned that I would give it at a ridiculous amount. Let me just make cost of my running cost from it. I don't mind. So that was, so people that will say, oh, I want to copy Yecho's name. She's doing 50%, she's doing 70%. Can you see you copy me for the wrong reasons? Because you don't know my strategy. So you need to be clear on why you are doing what you're doing. Don't opt into something you are not clear on. What do you want to achieve? What happens after? Do you know the clearance sale, before it has even finished, I packed everything, brought them to my house. And my store now, you know, I even made a video on my academic page of the way I'm changing this. So I've now changed, you will not see any of those things on my rack. It is now my new collection. So my plan was that I will sell out those items and make sure whatever I have on my rack is not so much. Each design is there in 2 or 3 pieces. I have a strategy already. I can't wait for the sale to be over. I've announced it to be over today, even though I still have items on one. And I'm thinking, if the sale does not end today now, they've been buying because they feel, oh, the sale will end. But I said, okay, how do I still sell out the items there? I'm still thinking. So you have to keep planning. You have to keep planning. I've said maybe once in a week for those items that are still there. I'll just pick fastest finger maybe Friday or fastest finger Thursday. So we still push out those items. We still push out those items. So what strategy are you doing for your sale? If you sell out those items now, which money are you going to use to buy another fabric? So a question came in my last one-on-one structure class, and the lady said that I mentioned it earlier when the class started, and she mentioned that, oh, one of the trainings she attended, one of the designers said this is not the best time to have a collection, and that she already bought lots of fabrics then before the COVID, right before the COVID. She was just about producing them. She has designed the clothes already. That so now she feels like she has wasted her money. You see why you need someone to always give you a different perspective, someone who is knowledgeable to give you a different perspective to things. And I thought, I said, babe, what are you saying? Whatever fabric you have now is an asset. Do you know how much you buy those fabrics now? That's so it is not a waste, though. In fact, you should be happy that you bought those fabrics then. Who says this is not the best time to have a new collection? You have a new collection that would fall in line with whatever is happening now. I already have some designs I can't wait to unleash. You just think of your cost and try to reduce cost. So maybe, for example, you have a collection to instead of doing photo shoot and all, if you know you don't want to, you can't afford it. Nice videos, invest in maybe a ring light or whatever you can do. Take pictures. In fact, you know the truth of the matter, another tip for you. I'm supposed to give my answer quickly. Another tip for you is, do you know videos, when I make freelance videos, it sells more than the professional pictures. It sells. But it depends on why you're doing what you're doing. You want professional pictures? Yeah, fine, fantastic. Let your page look lovely. But if you're running costs because of COVID now, because my strategy now is I have to reduce my price. I have to. And I already did my calculation. I already know how much I'll be selling them for any clothes I want to sell now. But I'm not eating on my profits. Those ones I sold them at that price because most of them I've already made my money from it. So maybe I have 2 left, or they are not best-selling items. They've been there for a while, for 3 months, 4 months. I just sold them so I can have my cash at hand. My last collection is still there, and that's what I plan to still sell after this whole sale thing. But I would reduce the price. Can you see I have a strategy already? I had a strategy. So please, let me beg you, don't just copy people for copying's sake. Do you understand? Don't just do that. If you've had those items, ask yourself, why are you selling it? If you just need money, and you can sell it. But what if you now want to resell those items later? Like those items I saw that this I can't put it up again. I'd rather create new designs. Pricing, you need to check your running costs. Me now, for example, my own pricing, I know I have to bring it down. My usual lane, let it be affordable because I'm a business person now. So even me, I want to compete with everybody now when it comes to this business. So let our prices be competitive. They will come and buy from me too. If you look for how you can do your own. So even me, I'm thinking of strategies that it will be affordable and people will buy. So, but what have I done? Some of the strategies I've put in place. For example, my diesel gen, please go and sit down. Thank God I don't have any 10 tailor again. For now, I have just 3 or 4. We have been using our small generator, petrol gen. The money I'll use to buy diesel, and if we have light, fantastic, we're all enjoying. We can enjoy AC. But if there is no light, now I calculated 150K for diesel monthly. Let me carry that money. I'm investing, buy fan. Because we lack fan in our office. I'll go and buy fan and put. So I know that at least 150K is gone from my running cost monthly. And maybe I'll bring it down to 50K. I don't think we even use 50K fuel. 50K petrol, sorry. So those are ways. I used to pay salaries before. Some of the people, in fact, I had to shut down some roles. And I said, since I'm not going anywhere now, I can handle those roles. Even for the staff, we have to reach an agreement. For the operation staff that are not sewing, we have to reach an agreement. For the salespeople, we are looking at commission for them. Whatever you sell, you make a certain percentage on it. I don't want anybody to push me this period. So you have to think of strategies. Do your costing. Photo shoot, Abi. I've said photo shoot for now. I'm not sure I want to do it. Let me just make fine video, do makeup and dress up for the camera for now. Those are strategies, my own strategies. They can change depending on how I feel or whatever I find myself in. So look at your business and see what you can do. For startups, your mannequin is there. All the sales we did, we put them on mannequin now. Invest in a very good mannequin. Buy bonbon and eat for the mannequin. Wear it. Let the clothes look very fantastic on them. And start selling from your home. Okay, start selling from your home. So be careful what you do now. Okay, another thing I did for sales. Let me see if it's in the next slide so I don't jump. Aha. So let's move to the next one. If you have questions as regards this, please start sending in your questions, please. As you're having them, just be sending it. So if I want to start a ready-to-wear line, how do you get people to partner with? This question there, it depends. What kind of ready-to-wear line? What kind of partnership are you looking out for? Customers on call. Is even customers first before partner? Have you identified your call? There are a lot of things that has to go into. If you want to start a ready-to-wear line, you have to seek for proper direction. Don't be missing. I wish I had seen somebody that could teach me. All those things before I started. I wish somebody can, it's like now I have all certain. Imagine somebody that will just come and just tell us what will happen after COVID. This one we are just saying, oh, this is what we can do. Imagine somebody will tell you, so this is what you do. In May, drop new collection. In December, do sales. In January, do this. That's how it is. So look for somebody that can direct you, that can give you the blueprint of how it works. It will shorten your learning curve. If not, you will learn the hard way. And that's why most people start up businesses and then they shut down. How do you get people to partner with? It's a very broad question. We have to have a conversation. And before you can get me to have a conversation, because of my busy schedule. So sometimes you have to go out of your way to look for information. Okay, as long as you found that information, do all you can. So another person is asking, did you give discount on your physical trainings too? No, in fact, I've increased. In fact, you see that physical training. These are also strategies. I might even cancel that come and sew, learning how to cut and sew, and focus on this type of training. The only people that will get that have access to discount on all my trainings are people in my inner circle. All of my trainings are the people in my inner circle. So I hope that answers your question. In fact, I've increased in my website that we are even doing right now. I've increased the price of the trainings because so far I've not been making profits. The money I make is the money I'm using to pay their salary, and salaries for me this period might not really work. So I'm also thinking of ways. So the price will not drop, it will rather increase. But for now, price, you can still have it at the same price. Okay. Yeah, so that's that. So let's talk about collection. Is this the best time to, I already mentioned a little about this. Is this the best time to drop a collection? Why not? But what's the theme of your collection? Homeware collection, fantastic, I will buy. Drop a good deal. Office wear, for those that are going to work, I will buy. Easy wears, I will buy. But imagine you want to start making wedding dresses now. Who will buy? You might have those clients, but it's not a market that you can get your money from daily. Take for example, my premium line, but people are buying. In fact, we still sent an item to US on Monday. I was surprised, but for that line, I'm not sure what to even do with it for now because it is the high end. It's quite expensive. But after this whole sales thing, I will start bringing out so that people that want to go out can know that, okay, they can buy those items. So new collection, yes, you can. Some people want to change their wardrobe because they realize their clothes are old. They want to. But pricing is very important this period, and value. So don't say because you want to drop your items, you're not start using low quality fabric. They will not come back. Okay, so yes, you can have your collection now, because I mean, you can have your collection, but pricing is what will make them buy. Let them see the value in what they are buying. But yes, people are buying. Don't think people are not buying. Please, people are buying. All right, fine. They might not buy as much as they were buying before, but people are buying, but they are looking for the best deals. They are looking for deals now. And because they know right now, we fashion designers are desperate. But let me tell you something. If I did not have those clothes on my rack, I won't do that kind of clearance sale. I won't reduce my price that much. I won't. So instead, you know what I did? I talked about best-selling items. So for example, you can also adopt this strategy if it works for you. Some of the items I have on my rack or that I've sold before that I don't have. For example, you know, it's very difficult going to look for the exact fabric, especially Ankara or a particular fabric, because people buy. They want that exact picture of the one you are wearing, including the shoe you wore in that photo. They want it with the leggings and the spaghetti and the earring and the hair and the everything. In fact, they'll ask you the color of your powder that you use for that picture. They want to buy everything. So in issues, when you are facing issues like that, so what I did was, there are some items that I know people like, but all I need to do is get a plain fabric. I can always buy plain crepe anyway. And I looked out for styles that are not complicated. For example, there's a particular blouse that I sold, and I'm giving you a strategy, a tip so it can work for you. There's a particular blouse I sold. We can make 10, 20 a day, as in one person can make 10 a day, minimum of 10 in a day. And I sold one for 5,000 naira. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. For 5,000 instead of the normal price of 7,500. So I know that on that thing, my profits might not be so much, but because it's cheap and it's nice, people buy more of it. So I'm doing volumes. And it is not a new collection. I already have a picture. Or in fact, that one I stood in front of my house and I was taking picture. But because it's affordable and it's a cloth I know people like, it's a free wear people like, they like to buy it. Anytime we put it up, we always sell it out. I also picked some that maybe I have the stone in the house. The stones I have in the house, I got plain material and I made them. Some that I still have the materials, I put them up on sale and I sold them. So when they order, I quickly make it. So I'm keeping my sales busy as well. So I'm just giving you strategies, okay? I'm giving you strategies and tips you can use. And that is why I tell you, you see, the inner circle, I'm not even just taking anybody, that's number one. And there's a limit to the information I can put on my academy page. You know why? I'm also a fashion designer. My customers are following me there. I can't be putting my strategies there. Do you understand? I can't be putting my strategies there. It might pay them, but they'll just say, oh, we know what she's trying to do. She's trying to do sales. She's trying to clear out her store. Yes, I'm trying to clear out my store. If you need it, you buy. But no, there's a limit to the information I can put there. Do you understand? So, for example, now, my t-shirt, I realized I still have like 50 t-shirts, plain t-shirts in the house. I just went to look for all my old pictures, the ones that I still have the pattern of the Ankara. I just put it up. 4,000 instead of, is it 6,500 or 5,000? And they've been buying. I know that those t-shirts are gone. Although that one I was being careful because I know if I want to buy that t-shirt again, it will be expensive. So you have to be careful and you have to be very strategic about whatever you do. If you know the style won't cost you so much money, you can do it. If you know you make like 5 in a day, once you have the order, you quickly make it. But you have your turnaround time. If you tell your customer you get this, they will believe you and they will wait. But if you tell them you get it in 2 days and you are just rushing, you don't have to lie about it. Let them know 7 days, and you don't have to tell them we have to make it. You don't need all the information. You did not lie, you have it available. The only is they paid you and you deliver. Do you understand? So don't let that guilt be there. Let me take some questions. I can see some questions are here for me. Okay. When starting a ready-to-wear line, Do you really need to employ a tailor, or one can look for where you can sew in bulk, like start three or five still before sewing more? All this, I would answer this one because it's quite direct. All this information, you will get it on my How to Start a Clothing Line course. And you can always buy the replay, even if you don't want to invest so much on the physical class, you know. So, but for this one now, it depends on I won't talk much about it. It depends because of our time. It depends on the strategy. Number one, you want to start a ready-to-wear line. What model do you want to follow? You need to have a model. You want to have in-house tailors, or you want to outsource to factories, or you want to buy other people's clothes to resell. Because I have people do that for my brand a lot. They buy my clothes, they tell me I shouldn't put the label. Some they put the label, they remove my label and put theirs. So it depends on your model. And you saying, oh, should you make in bulk, all those things. It depends on your market. It depends on your customers buying. For example, now your target market determines. If your target market is all those high-end people, and all they do is buy, exclusive clothes they can wear to parties. They won't buy now because there's no party they are going to now. All the clothes, the expensive clothes is in their wardrobe. They are not taking it anywhere. You understand? So you need to understand there is a lot to this question. Babe, I think you should take one of the courses. Okay, there's a lot you need to know about how to start a grade. Else, you just keep doing trial and error, and it's not bad. That way you learn. Experience is the best teacher, you understand? But sometimes it's always best to shorten your learning curve and get the blueprint and just follow it through. It saves you a lot. So someone is saying, I make children's clothing, ball dresses, and casual wears too. Is it advisable to make new collections too, seeing as children may be the last set of people to start going out post school? Now, I said something when I was talking about this collection thing. As long as your collection goes with the trend now. And I said your collection can be easy to wear clothes and all that. You understand? For example, for me, I now realize that all those my children's clothes, their shirts, they've started wearing all those. In fact, sometimes we wear shoes in the house so that my son now is outgrowing all his shoes. We'll just wear that, just dress up. You understand? So I'm sure if I see casual wears, I will buy. There was one I saw, one Primark play. I wanted to buy. So if you have clothes that they can wear in the house, very easy, breezy, nice, just look at what is going on now and just change the collection. You can call it COVID collection, no, but call it a name that would suit this time, because you have to follow the trend. Do you understand? You have to follow the trend. Wow, we spent almost 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, let me think. Where do you buy your t-shirt? If you don't mind me asking, I can only give this information to the people in my inner circle. Yes, before I used to give it out, but in fact, I realized that sometimes when they just come to your DM, ask you, and you tell them, they don't even, thank you, you don't even get. But no, that's not the reason. But my t-shirt, I have different suppliers. And one of the benefits you get from my inner circle is you have access to all my suppliers. Good deals. I've bought lots, I've bought fake, I've bought the ones that have faded, I've experienced, what have I not experienced? But I know the people that give me the good ones that I need. I've been doing this for the t-shirts, I've been doing it for a very long time. So yeah, that's the benefit you get if you join my inner circle. Yeah, so Abby said, pray, you pray, I tell, or what did you say? I might be nice. You can send me DM, maybe I'll just send it to you. I might be nice. No, let me be a businesswoman, because I said this year I want to be a businesswoman. You buy from me. We do wholesale. We sell plain t-shirts. So you come and buy from me. You come and buy from me. Yes, let's do it like that. Okay, so moving on swiftly. Moving on swiftly, let me move on to the next so we can. I hope I'm making sense. Are you getting one or two things? Please let me know. All right, please let me know if it's not what you know. Cash flow is another very important thing. Okay, cash flow is another very important thing. Abby said, okay, how much? The good quality one will be fun. It's good quality. Oh. Let me come and I've turned to Nkechi, the businesswoman now. That's my Igbo name. Yes, so cash flow, avoid tying money down on the following. Now I'm very sure you're guilty on this. For example, me, I'm very guilty. I go to the market, I see this beautiful fabric. Hi. And I know that this fabric will be nice for my next collection. And the challenge we face is when you buy that fabric. By the time you go to the market the next day or 2 days or a week after, you'll not find that fabric again. And your customer will want that exact one. Or you have even done photo shoot with it. You now go and realize there's no fabric. So once I see it, I just buy. I just buy like 10, give it to me, 10 bundles, keep. So that when I need it, I'll be able to use it. But I realized it was not wise to do that. But I realized that, like, was it 2 years ago or last year? I can't remember what year we are again. So, yeah, so avoid buying fabrics in excess. Okay, have an arrangement with your supplier. All right, avoid buying fabrics in excess. This arrange inner circle, you enjoy. Well, in fact, so another thing, you need to avoid too many clothes on your rack. Forget that your office will look beautiful with too many clothes. It's even annoying. You know, customers, they get overwhelmed when they come and they're just taking, they're tired. Your display should be fantastic. I wish I knew this many years back, Seth. I just realized that it's me, all this things so clumsy. Everything is just all, you know. So avoid having too many clothes on you because that is your money tied down. By the time my mentor gave me, she gave me an assignment that go and value all the things you have, all the clothes on your rack. Start with the ones on your rack. By the time I did it, it's not like I don't have it, but I never took time to check. I was like, what? Imagine if I have this money in my account. That's what it means. And this period is not when you want to tie your money down. Okay, it's not when you want to tie your money down. Remember I said the lady that bought her fabric, it was wise. Yes, because we'll soon come out of this and she'll make a new collection. But avoid having too many fabrics. Okay, don't be that person that will go, this fabric is very fine. If I use it to make A-line dress. If you're not ready to make that dress, please leave that fabric at that point. Because if you invest in the fabric that I have fabrics from 5 years ago. Some I gave to myself. I still saw another one in the store. Like, this fabric has been long ago. I still have fabrics like that. What are you doing with them? If you're not using it immediately, please. Anytime you go to the market, the truth is you always find a very beautiful one. Or you always find beautiful fabrics in the market. So this is the time when you need to cop that attitude. Okay, don't have too many clothes on the rack. If you do ready to wear, this is not the time. Instead, I think you should focus on pre-order. Like I said, you don't even have to tell the customer it's pre-order. In fact, most of them already have the mindset like, oh, it's pre-order. If they ask you, of course, you tell them that, yes, we don't have your size on the rack. We have to make. Because for me, all the clothes at least will have 1 or 2 on the rack. So if their size is not available, tell them, but in 3 to 5 working days, that was before COVID, you get it. Okay, so you just need to be clear and let's communicate to your customers. Don't forget there are the reasons why you're doing what you're doing. So you should be open to them. If you're having issues with their order, let them know. See, if you were perfect, I still tell people, the only reason why they call people out is because they never resolve the issue. I've been doing this work for, I'm sure I will have some people that won't patronize again for one reason or the other, but forever, for any issue that I'm aware of, we must fix it. And that's the mindset my workers have, except we are not aware. And you should be grateful for the person that gives you the feedback. You should be very grateful. I bought something recently and the lady is my friend. You know, she's a friend, a business, you know, Instagram. And I was like, should I tell her that this thing is not, I've been buying from her. And I was like, should I tell her this? Won't she think that? Maybe I should just keep quiet. But in my mind, I'm thinking that means I will not buy this particular thing from her again. So who is losing? It's the lady. So welcome feedbacks. Okay, well, and like I said, when there's an issue, fix it fast. Fix it fast. That's the only solution. If GT Bank was perfect, they would not have a customer service and customer care line. If all top businesses, all organizations, they have customer service. They all have. The only reason why they have is because they know there are some issues that are bound to happen. So don't overwork yourself. Don't think you are alone. Don't think, oh, why is this happening to you? Maybe it's your staff. No, it is bound to happen. It is bound to happen. You understand? So yeah, but you fix it fast. Like for example, I told you about the short and that we did for someone and all. Apparently, I was even the one that mistakenly wrote size 12 instead of size 14. I was the one that made that mistake. So if I can make the mistake, how about the staff? But I have to fix it fast and we can't patch it. So it looks like the solution is that we'll have to make another one. I've decided, I know it's already my loss, but it's now left to me to know how I would turn that loss to profit. Do you understand? So don't overwork yourself. It's just strategies you need. For example, the delivery. Now, for example, the shot now, 3.5 for 2, and it's the wrong side. And I have to make another one. I'll buy fabric. 1.5 yards, 1.5 yards. That's 3 yards. I've sent delivery guy to pick up and to deliver. That's already how much. But believe me, there's a way. You think I'm running at a loss? Forget it. I have my ways. But will I be sharing everything here? No, inner circle. So, so retaining staff you don't need. Don't pity at this point. Okay, don't be like me. I can pity people at my own expense. But one thing I decided to do this year, beginning of this year, is to run my business because I want to run a business. I need to start making decisions like a businesswoman. Okay, so I'm not retaining staff that I know I can do without for now. Whether they are the best or not. If your income at the moment can't afford them, you have to let them go. They will understand. But like I always say, all my tailors, whether they are with me or they are not, if I need them today, they will come because of the relationship, the things we've done for ourselves in the past. Be business smart, okay? Be business smart this period. Be business smart. For example, the lady that said she wants t-shirts now, the entrepreneur part of me just came out like, yes, so instead of giving, okay, oh yeah, now use me. I do also. The truth of the matter is I actually sell the t-shirts. People ask me, do you have this fabric? My silk and chiffon, I sell it, but I don't post it there that I sell. So I do that. Designers buy me. Bits of designers buy from me as well. So yes, it's something but you have to be business smart. Do you understand? You're in this business to make money. It's not a charity organization. I wish I knew this way before now. Okay, I would have been a billionaire by now. Yeah, billionaire. Amen. I'll be a billionaire. Okay, so let me take some questions and then we'll move on. How does one join your inner circle? Yes, the link is on my bio, but I'll be sharing more about it after this. Yeah, but the link is up on my bio. Share your Instagram handle so I can reach out to you. Joy Ide, please send your Instagram handle. We'll reach out to you. So, can you be my mentor? Of course. Now the what's it called is there. The inner circle is for you. So let me tell you another. So a lady reached out. She wanted a session with me, a one-on-one session for a few hours just to brainstorm and all that for some hours. She needed clarity on. I would have said, okay, no problem. I would have charged her and it will end there. That day, I know I'm done, But I told her, I said, see, this thing I'm doing, it's not as if, when they just say you have to do these things, like they say you should fast by force. That's how it is for me, because I know it to take my time. It's like a baby. You need to take my time and attention. See, I'm not good in groups. You will never catch me talking before I can talk in groups. That means I was moved to just talk. And now I want to be the one to host. It's a lot of work for me. So, and now I advise, I said, see, my inner circle is there, and this is a call. In fact, she was able to save more because everything she needs will be there. I'll share with you after this whole thing, so you can get the benefits. If it's something you want, fine. If it's something you don't want, I'm not forcing, because I just want few people. Sincerely, I want very few people. So, I would like to be part of the inner circle. Marian, just send your Instagram handle here now. I'll reach out to you after this class. How can I be your mentee? It's just the inner circle, because if for the mentorship it's time consuming. Okay, so that's why I just said the inner circle. A lot of people have been asking me. So if I can just treat it at once, you get the benefits after this, after the slide, so you can decide if it's something you want to do or not. Okay, but you think about it well. All right. So cash flow, yes, I hope you are clear on the cash flow. All right, so let's move on. Marketing, I'll be talking lots on this as well. Digital marketing now is the in thing. Sponsored ads. Before COVID, I didn't used to do sponsored ads. I've always loved to do it. I've always wanted to do it. If I've paid 100,000 naira for sponsored ads before. I paid someone back then, like when like 2017, I paid for sponsored ads, but I saw the effects. That was when I saw the effects. I saw the effects, I won't lie. So since then, I've been trying to do it, but I never get results and all that. So maybe what I would, so for sponsored ads, like inner circle people will definitely be getting this. So I had to reach out, I had to seek help and all that. I even paid to take one, I paid one guy, was it 25K to come and teach me. It was like, I did not understand Jack. I tried it once, it worked and all, but I knew there was more to these sponsored ads, than just this. And during this COVID, I finally got someone. You see, this is what I say about having a mentor. They shorten your learning curve. If I'd gotten someone that said, oh, this is what you do, see how much I had wasted because I did not know. Ignorance. I had wasted money, just because I didn't know how it was done. I took another course that wanted to treat that particular topic. I took that one. How much did I even pay? Maybe 40K for that course. It was an influencing thing. Still, I did not get it. I now called the guy specially to come and teach me. It was now when he collected 25K after I begged that he knows I attended that former class. And now, in fact, this guy, I only bought him data. I only bought it and he cleared. If I have any issue, I'll just call him, please. Please help me do this, help me do that. He even wants to charge me for a particular course I can use to resolve issues by myself. So when I did the sponsor that, I got new customers. I sold body tops. I'm still going to talk about that. Those body tops, I sold them. Baje. I sold them using sponsored ads. Now let me tell you why sponsored ads is very important for you. You know that they say post on Instagram, post on Instagram. For example, look at my page. I have lots of followers, yes, but the engagement itself is not really, that's because of my own kind of customers. My customers are not the Instagram people. They are not the younger generation because I understand my customers. They are kind of older, you understand? They don't really have time for all those this and this thing. No, they don't have that time. People that really buy my clothes. So I don't really get lots of this thing, but when they want anything, they won't even like this thing. They will send us message. I want this, I want that. So, but when you understand your market, so I knew that this body top, I need to reach out to more people. I did the sponsored ads, I sold. The homewares, I did sponsored ads, I sold. Thanks to the sponsored ads. So it is very, very important. It is very, very, you might think that people are doing it, too many people are doing it. Never say too many people are doing things until you try and you fail. If you fail and you feel like, oh, ask yourself, why did I fail? If it's due to your own error, correct it and try again. Except it's not working, then okay, maybe that thing is not right for you. So that is very important. E-commerce website, everybody's shouting, have your e-commerce website, have your e-commerce website, and sit down. You have to be mentally ready for this. Do you even handle all your Instagram? How do you even handle all your Instagram DMs? Your WhatsApp, is it well organized? If you had asked me a year ago or 2 years ago, I was not mentally ready for 2 years ago, I was not mentally ready for a website. It takes a lot of processes. When they order, somebody has to be checking. You have to fulfill the order. You have to always update the size. Are you ready to do that? What is the model of your ready to wear already? Is it those ones you don't even have on the racket? How do you want to control it? If you sell on, let me move to Jumia and Konga. If you sell on Jumia and Konga, you understand what I'm saying. I've sold on these platforms before. I still sell on them, but not as frequent as I used to sell. I was on Konga before they sold it to Udala. Now I'm still there. I was on Jumia Market before they sold it, and before Jumia Market got cancelled, now Jumia. I've sold there before. I know the do's and don'ts. I know how it affected me when I was stocking my clothes in Konga. You understand? So you have to be mentally ready for e-commerce. Do your research about it before saying I want to do it. If not, you have it and you will not sell. You won't be able to manage it. You can't even manage. So you have to build yourself up first. Have a model that works. Your Instagram account, you have to be consistent there. You can see my Yecho's name page, how consistent I am. That's because I am in your face, whether you like it or not. So when you are thinking close, you remember me. You don't have a choice. If you like, don't like my photo, I'm not after like. Don't comment, leave me. I'm used to it. My fashion academy people, they don't even like single photo. So I'm used to it. There's no wickedness you can do for me again, aside that one. You know, so it's not about all that. You understand? But are they seeing you? Someone follow you maybe because you are not in line, they are just behind, they are not ready to buy from you. For example, I get more sale on my I get more for my anything I want to do on my academy. I get more engagements, I get more referrals, I make more sales on my Yecho's name page. Guess what? My Yecho's name page, I told you they are my customers, but they are not just my customers, they are referring me. I've had lots of people that will say, in fact, the last one I got was my husband's former colleague was the one that gave that lady my contact. A guy, he does not buy my clothes, but he's following me. He knows that I do something because I'm in their face. And that's why when I post, sometimes it's off content when I bring my academy story on my Yecho's name, but I don't mind. I have a strategy. And that's why I don't get engagements there, but I get referrals. People refer. So understand what works for you. Understand your market. Some of you are just chasing Instagram. Whereas your market is on your WhatsApp. If I sell on my personal WhatsApp number, I'll be selling out. But I can't fulfill when they need it. I'm not always available to be answering the sales. I'm not even good at it anymore. I'll answer now, I'm gonna respond later in the I have people that handle that. You understand? But when you do sponsor that, now if you open a page, for example, I follow you, your church people follow you. On a normal day, do they buy your clothes? No, they don't. They are following you because they know you, not because they want to buy what you're selling. So, but when you do sponsored ads, that's what I realized. You attract your actual buyers. So that's why you complain of, I'm not selling, because they are tired of seeing that one cloth. See, if I, let me give you an example. If I put up a new collection now, today, I will see lots of likes. People will like it. You know what? It does not end that day. I have to keep posting that picture for the next 2 months because my collection will last for 2 months. I have to keep posting that. So you have liked the picture today. You that are writing down, you like the picture today. Tomorrow I post it again, you like. Next tomorrow I post it, you like. You get tired now. You go say, is this the only cloth you have? But they've not bought to. But until you sell out before you stop posting it. Same thing with the sale we are having now. We have been posting some clothes. Before this video, I wore one of the tops that I still have 4. I said, this top that is very fine. I wore it. I made video outside my house. I know that they would have finished selling it by now because I made another video. Probably the picture I took then, they didn't like the shoe I wore, or maybe I was looking funny, different things. Or maybe the way I wore it with leggings, it was too black now. I wore it to short skirt, I wore sneakers on it. So you have to understand it, okay? Keep posting, keep marketing yourself. Sponsored ads, digital marketing is the way to go, okay? Now let me talk about this drop shipping, and let me take some questions before I move to, it's very, very important. My inner circle really benefits from this drop shipping and affiliate stuff. I'll be sharing with you the things I've learned so far. God's Grace Fashion House. What do you want? God's Grace. I'm not sure I got your request. I know the people have been writing. But once the stuff is over, please just check my link. You will see Inner Circle. You have all your answers there. If you have further clarifications, you can send it to me via DM. So I'd like to be part of Inner Circle. My IG handle might not be necessary, but maybe my email is fine. Please just click the link on my bio, okay? On my bio, you will see the details there, okay? You see the details, you see the details there. All right, so let me move on so we can take questions and answers. We're almost done. After this dropshipping affiliate and collaboration, we'll be done. I hope you are learning from it, okay? So you know, I told you about how I sold those items without even investing anything in it. You can do that for your business and even for other things people are selling. So do you know you can actually partner with me? You can say, oh, yeah, today this your particular homeware set, I want to also sell it. So let me read out what I have here. Dropshipping is a supply chain management method in which the retailer does not keep goods in stock, but instead transfers its customers' order and shipment details to either the manufacturer, another retailer, or a wholesaler, who then ships the goods directly to the customer. So this is grammar. Let me break it down for you. So for example, the body tops. I sell body tops a lot. Okay, anybody can buy it. It's not my design, it's not my product, so but I sell it because people can wear with my jacket. It's like having a camisole. It's a necessity. It's something every lady should have in their wardrobe, and they can buy more than one color and they will always use it. You cannot stop using it. So what I did was, I have my supplier. He has given me the goods. Okay, so now you can decide that you want to sell. Okay, you can either sell at my price or you sell at your price. Okay, then I decide. So what I did, for example, on these body tops is, normally I sell it for 4,000, but because of this sale period, I was selling it for 3,000. Wholesale that I'm selling is 2,500. So I can say, Moturayo, you can market it. These are the pictures. Market it to your customers. Put your price, whatever price you want to sell it, but preferably maybe the price I'm selling it. You don't have to put my name on it. You don't have to use the picture that has my you just sell it to your customers. Once, for example, she sold 20,000 naira. What she does is she sends me the customer's details, their address. She gives them my account details or whatever arrangement you want to have. They pay the money into my account. We deliver to them. And so from my own calculation, that means she has made, I sold it to at the rate of 2.5 times. Sorry. Okay, I think, how many did I say she bought? So for example, let's say she bought 10. All right. So a customer bought 10. Okay, I said customer bought 5, yes, so 20,000 naira. So 5 times 2.5 from my own end is how much? 5 times 2.5, that's 12,500. So she has made 7,500 naira. So what I just did, I credit her with 7.5 straight up. So that way she has made 7.5 without doing anything, just by posting a picture on her page or to our WhatsApp people. So depending on the margin, so it's something you can do, which was what I did during the season. And people did it, so they sold, they were making money. Some would 30K in a day, 50K in a day, depending on the kind of people you have. Your groups, you can send it there, oh, I have this thing. Homeware, you can do the same for homeware. On homeware, I was selling it 7.5, and I think wholesale is 6.5. So that's 1,000 on every homeware before you know it. So for me, I sold, for example, the body tops, I sold lots. So imagine how much I've made without even investing anything. So you have to think of ways what you can do that you can add to your business. In my own store, I sell belts, I sell anything fashion that I know I can, people can buy. You can decide to do camisole. The body top is not a, people will buy. You can make designs. I have a customer that, a fellow fashion designer, a new collection now require the body tops. She's selling it with the body tops and she's making profit on it. So that's also an idea for you this period. You can parley with someone. It doesn't even have to be your product, babe, because this is a time when you really need to also make some money. Okay. Then we have the affiliate marketing. Is similar to the drop shipping. So affiliate marketing can be best defined as the process of earning a commission by promoting other people's or companies' products. You find a product you like, you promote it to others, and you earn a piece of profit for each sale that you make. Let me even break it down. In fact, something just crossed my mind. You can even say for every referral, that's your customers. For every person they refer to you, you give them a certain percentage. They will keep referring people. Do you understand? Okay, so this works. Like, I know of a particular person that she wanted to do a course and she told other people, other influencers about it. So they put it on their website, they sold the course for her and they got a certain percentage off every sale they make. So you just think of how you can make this work for your business, how we can work for your business, and define it. All right. So let me read more. Okay, I have a question. I was going to ask about that. I'm going to chat you up on some of your items. Yeah, feel free. It's the way forward now, okay? You can decide to sell other designers' clothes as long as you are being honest. It's not that you take my, someone once did that to me. She will buy my items and sell. I give her very good discounts. And then she started remaking those items. So when she has orders, instead of her coming to me, she'll go and make them and sell my exact design. So that is bad. It's a breach of trust. Okay, so let's move on. Yeah, collaboration is also a fantastic one. I've been thinking of ways to also collaborate this period. Okay, now everybody is down, even fabric sellers, but some fabric sellers are still selling. I know my sister in UK still, my cousin from UK still bought a particular fabric from a fabric vendor, and they sent it to me to make. So people are still buying against her birthday that might be cancelled, that might not hold. So people are still buying, so you can partner with them. I can remember when I came to Lagos at first, this thing really helped me then. I had a particular woman in Balogun Market. She sells lace. All her friends are lace sellers. So our own was not even a contract, it was just favor. So whatever customer that comes to our store to buy, she just tells them, oh, she has a tailor, and she brings them to me. And she doesn't even earn a commission. And in fact, I charge her for the clothes I make for her. But we are still close till today. So you can do that as well this period. Makeup artists, partner with them, photographer, fashion stylist. I just partnered with another fashion stylist during the COVID season. And in fact, on Tuesday, she requested for some of my clothes for photo shoot. Some might be paid, some might not be paid. It depends on you, what you're okay with. All right. Influencers, it depends on your all these things. You have to read more about them. It depends on what your brand stands for and what you can stand. Even hair vendor, you can partner for your photo shoots. Shoe vendors, you can partner for your photo shoots. You know, it depends. Just try to collaborate, think of ways. Ask. If you don't ask, you never can tell. You know, you might not receive if you do not ask. Okay, so we have come to the end of the class. So let me talk a bit more about the inner circle thing. So let me know, do you have questions? Start typing your questions while I talk more about this, okay? Start sending in your questions, all right? Okay, so let me talk more about, hope the class was what you needed. Did you learn a lot of tips you can use this season? Let me know via the comment section, okay? Yeah, so send in your questions. Let me take as many as I can. We are running out of time. So questions and answers. Ask your questions now. So while I'm waiting for the questions, very insightful teaching. Thank you, Oladune. Thank you so much. Okay, so for joining the inner circle, who are the people who needs this? If you're a fashion or a fashion entrepreneur, if you struggle with running your fashion business, if you need a brain to pick, you know, sometimes the question you're asking me now, you just need an answer sharp, or a customer is giving you issues, or you just need clarity. You can always, you know, do that with a group. So do you sometimes need that listening ear? You want to be around a team of like-minded people. You need clarity and direction on some issues. Like for me, I call my mentor anytime I'm unclear. I see, okay, so now sales has finished. What's next? But because we already have a strategy, if I'm having any challenges working it out, I call straight up and we resolve it. Okay. If there is something you are not doing right, but unsure what exactly it is, you can always get that. So this is what you have access to, okay? You have access to a group for a month, individual check-in call. So I call you up and we talk. We talk. You tell me whatever it is. You're open, free consultation, call me. Then we have 2 hours online meeting like this, and we are few. So I'm not taking in, that's why I said I don't want too many people. So we are just very few and we are talking, sharing ideas. We are talking, not this one, I'm the only one doing the talking. You learn from our successes. For example, now there's okay, so let me quickly run over this one. So access to trusted suppliers and good deals. Okay, there's nothing like anyone is holding information and all, because we also have to be careful the information we give out. I realized I gave out too many information and people were already feeling entitled. In fact, some were, let me not even talk about it. So question and answer session once in a week. Imagine if you have someone to ask all your questions. Okay, and you can tell that I know what I'm saying. I'm very knowledgeable about this business. Okay, you get the replay of all our online meetings. You get asked for running a successful fashion business tips in running a fashion business, both online and offline. There's some information I have I just want to share, like, oh, who can I share with? Oh, I just learned something new and I want to share. You are the first set of people I share this with. You are in the midst of a team of like-minded people, so whatever issue, or how do you treat deliveries? Do you know you can, for delivery, I have something great for you guys. You'll be amazed. So you get a discount off any of my courses, all of my courses or training materials offered by the academy, all of it. We share opportunities. For example, there's an international opportunity at the moment. And those that have registered, if they are here, I would send you the mail so you can apply. It is, and I have a say because I'm one of the sponsors for it. I've not posted it on my page yet because I want to share it with the inner circle people and give their names, nominate them for the show internationally. So then we'll share opportunities, shows, exhibition, and any form of information regarding the fashion business. Exhibitions is a very key one. I take exhibitions, I attend exhibitions a lot. So a couple of things you'll be able to do and achieve. You'll be able to set realistic goals and achieve them, become self-aware and more confident. When you have information, you are confident. You make better choices as regards your business. You maturely handle challenges that come with the business of fashion. You are more knowledgeable and sound about how to successfully run a fashion business. So this is it. It is not free, and I put it up on the bio. It is not free because of my time, and it's even worth more than the price. Okay, it's valued at 50,000, but it's 25,000. But the 25,000, if you register today, it's even free because you are not the 25,000. You get my materials. For example, what's that amount? You get bookkeeping templates for your fashion business, templates for setting targets for your fashion business, webinar replay on bookkeeping for fashion designers. And if you already have any of these ones, we give you another one that values at that 25,000 naira you pay. So it's valid, offer is valid till today actually. So if you want it, please join in. The link is on my bio. You can send a DM. All right, for it. So that's it about my inner circle. No, can one join inner circle in July? I'm not sure. I don't know yet. Okay, I just want to see how this plays out because I know after this I'll definitely restructure this one. They're having everything. Okay, but I'm sure I would want to take time out and restructure, make it more benefiting. So yes, your questions. It's been a wonderful teaching so far. Thank you. I've benefited a lot from this. Thank you so much for sharing this. My pleasure. The class was interesting and enlightening. I learned a lot. Thank you so much. So please, what I want you to do, if you have more questions, please send them here. Please, I would want you to drop your reviews on my page. I'll make a post. Please put the reviews under that post so we can publish it for you. Yes, so please put the review of this class. It's a free class, but please put the review of how it impacted you so others too can learn. Imagine those that are struggling and did not take this class. I mean, how would they move on? Okay, Inner Circle is starting next month, but we've not yet disclosed the time already. So, but all the information you need is there, is on that link. If you need further clarification, please reach out to us via DM. God bless you for the class, timely and insightful. Please, I still await your response about my request on physical training. I responded already. Probably the network was bad at your end. Was it not the one you were asking if there are discounts on physical training? If that is the one, no, there are no discounts on the pattern drafting on the fashion design courses for now. Except that's not the question. You can send me your question again. Okay. So yes. If you have any more questions, please don't forget to drop your review. All right, drop your review for me. Yeah, if you have questions, if you still have questions, please, you can send them to my DM. I'll definitely respond to you once we can. Okay, my pleasure. Really learned a lot from your experience and teachings. Thank you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Trust me, I have so much information. I have so much information for you guys. Okay, but it's just time. But I'll do this often, okay? I'll do this often. Aside just my inner circle, I'll do this often. Once in a while, we'll just take question and answer. But please respond on my post. So if I tell you to send questions in, you can send the questions in ahead of the class. Okay, and also please, your reviews will make other people also learn more and believe, oh, I know what I am saying. Yay, I can see my ID here. Young, I didn't know you were in this class. My pleasure. She attended my one-on-one structure class and she's been doing fantastic. Okay, Jay's place at Jay's place. Okay. All right, so we've come to the end of the class. Wow, we kept the time, oh. We said 2 hours and this is 5:59. All right. Personal request. Adiola, please, I'm not clear on what you're saying. Can you send a DM after this class? Okay, send a DM after this class. All right. So yes, it was nice having you guys here. Ti, I see you. That your homework, that your assignment. You finished it. She also attended my structure class, one-on-one structure class, and she submitted assignment very wonderful. She put out processes on how they take orders. So anybody, even a 15-year-old cousin, anybody can pick that process and understand how she runs her business. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you. So let me not take too much of your time. Like I said, if you still have some questions, you can send to my page. Please don't forget to drop your review so that other people, once you have opportunities like this, they can also participate. If you want to join the inner circle, just click the link. All the questions are there. Okay. All the questions are there for you. All right. So thank you so much for joining in. Thank you. All right. Bye. Bye. Afolabi, you are just in my face. All right, bye. Yeah. I'm trying to end. Can you just end already?